Welcome to Business with the Donos, where we talk about family, business, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jade Dono, and I'm here with my dad, Paul Dono. And today, we are talking about the VAT threshold.
Are we?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
It's really exciting.
Excellent.
It was your idea.
You haven't told the listener we're back.
Oh yeah, we are back. Well, I think they would have guessed that as we're,
Well, no, because we could have done it as a recording.
on here. We could
But we are back.
We are back.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah. We're back.
Back.
From our cruise.
From our
Family
cruise.
cruise.
Yep, family cruise, which was great. I'm going to talk about that a bit more later.
Are you?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in case anyone's interested on what a Virgin cruise is like.
Are you going to talk to the listener about the what a plonker you are?
No.
No?
No.
About the question that you asked me just before when I said, how's your new electric car that we've got on the company for our electric car fleet? You gonna speak to people about that?
No.
No? Why not? So shall I just mention it?
Sounds like you're going to anyway.
I'm still laughing inside. For which you said, I said to you, how is the new car? And you went, it's all really good, but I can't find the button to turn the rear wiper on.
Yes. Still accurate.
That is exactly what you said, wasn't it?
Yes.
Why couldn't you find the button, Jade?
Because it doesn't have a rear window wiper.
How long have you been looking for that button?
Only yesterday when it was raining.
So it doesn't have a wiper, does it, Jade?
No, it doesn't have a wiper. I didn't know cars came without back window wipers.
My Tesla hasn't got a wiper.
Well, I don't pay attention enough to know these things.
Huh, there you go. Anyway, electric car's good though.
Electric car's very good. Would recommend. Very, very good. I've only driven it twice now, but it seems very good. It's got a parking feature where it shows you how to park above, which is very helpful for me.
Above what?
It sort of gives you a bird's eye view of your car.
Okay.
It does.
Excellent.
You don't know because you've not driven it yet.
Well, I have had cars with that on. It's not a new thing.
That's a new thing for me.
Oh, okay. Well done.
Ugh, just because you're bougie. Anyway, back to our main topic of the day.
VAT threshold.
VAT threshold.
Oh my goodness, what a topic this one is. I think we've just seen so many businesses that we're potentially looking at taking on, where they come to us for help and advice, that they just don't want to play the game anymore. And when I say play the game, we've had a few this year that don't want to go past the £90,000 VAT threshold. Just don't want to do it. Don't want to play that game. And will do everything, including close their business down for periods of time, not to go over it.
That seems silly.
How on earth can you have the mindset to grow your business if that's going to be a sticking point? Which then brings us to the whole debate, and I know it's been a big debate, on should we lower the VAT threshold.
I mean, what do you think on that debate?
I think we should. I think the VAT threshold should be at something like £10,000.
I don't disagree, because I think having it so high, and it's currently at £90,000, that changed last year, I think, or was it this year?
Yeah, from sort of 80 odd. But
yeah, but it causes more problems because people get so used to charging what they're charging up to that point that then when they do have to become VAT registered, it is quite a shock to them and their business. So if it was lower, it just wouldn't be a shock, it would be the norm.
Yeah, absolutely. And it would be a level playing field. I mean, you take our industry, someone in the service industry, a bit of, insurances, CPD, regulatory stuff, bit of software, etc. As a single one-man band, as it were, £90,000 worth of income and let's say, I don't know, £30,000 worth of costs, you can have half-decent living on that sort of money. So that's fine, but then it's restricting your business to go past that, to then take on, staff members, etc. You can't do it. You just can't do it. And the mentality of people that want to grow their business, etc., and then use the VAT threshold as a barrier is just phenomenal, really. And also, dare I say it, is it opening up the the cash economy again? You know, will we start to see more cash being used within our economy? We're now starting to see some pubs and restaurants going back to taking cash. Is that because there's more cash sitting around? Which, you know, from a regulatory point of view, from our point of view, is an absolute nightmare to look at and report on, and keep within the guidelines that we're going through. And then, as you see, I'm on a rant now.
You are on a rant, yes.
And then you've got making tax digital. So next year you got 50,000 as the limit. Are people then going to think, I don't really want to do all that reporting to HMRC every quarter? Am I now going to restrict my business and my income to £50,000 that I declare to HMRC? I mean, I think the world's gone mad at the moment. It's bonkers.
Have you got that out of your system?
No.
So just to explain a little bit more about what the VAT threshold is, like we said, it's £90,000, and then you have to charge a tax on what you sell. That is what that is, 20%. And that's what the threshold is. Which is why if you've got like a little, say you've got a coffee shop, say you've been charging like £5 for your sandwich or whatever, if you then need to become VAT registered, you're going to have to increase your prices.
To what? Go on. What to?
£5.50. £6?
So you're only going to pay 10%. It'll be 6%. It'll be £6.
£6.
Yeah.
Oh, not very good at mental maths. £6. So you'd have to put your sandwich costs up quite significantly, which would then, in a lot of business eyes, upset their customers and, that. So with that sort of mindset in that people are like, but I don't want to increase my prices and then I don't even get the benefit and I get all the disruption, what would you say to those businesses?
I mean, I would say, and I sort of laugh and joke and say how much would they put it up by, and £6 being obviously 20% of £5 added on. The reality is it's not quite that, because there are costs then that you can claim VAT back on.
Yes.
So whilst there is a 20% cost, i.e. that is paid to HMRC normally every quarter, you do have your input VAT. So if you take your coffee shop, for example, they might lease their coffee machine, they can claim the VAT back. Their accountancy fees, they can claim the VAT back. Stationery, etc., claim the VAT back. Marketing expenses, claim the VAT back. Some of the food that is cold and raw probably can't claim the VAT back because there's no VAT on that. But there are quite complex issues around the whole thing. Is it a cake? Is it not a cake? Is it a biscuit? There's a whole big
that reminds me. I've got to say this.
Is this your strawberry and cream sandwiches?
So M&S have brought out a strawberry and cream sandwich, but is it a cake? And it's causing waves in the accounting industry.
It is.
This is the sort of excitement we have, people.
I know. And they're saying that it's potentially a cake because the bread has got sugar in it.
Yes, the bread is sweetened.
Yes, so therefore being sweetened and with cream and with strawberries in it, therefore it is a cake, and therefore there is no VAT on it. And what a debate that is.
What a debate.
And we're not going to go into that.
What fun M&S have brought us.
Because, chocolate biscuits, is it covered, not covered, has it got chips? I mean, there is a big debate around that kind of area. But going back to being VAT registered, obviously if someone wants to, for argument's sake, compete with us, and they do a tax return for, say, 350 quid, our tax return has another, 70 quid added onto it because of VAT. So if you're an individual and you're getting a similar return, why would you want to pay your 20%? You come and get your fence done here, didn't you?
Yes.
Your little gardener going to turn up, put your fence in, and then he turns around and says, well, actually, I can do it for £200, but next week it's going to be 240 quid because I'm now going to be VAT registered. What do you do apart from pay him cash? You go and find another gardener that's, can do the same thing for 20% cheaper because it's a fence at the end of the day. So, but the person that's got a team of people around them, invested in the insurances, etc., they are a bigger business. They've done that investment. You should have a few more safeguards around that. So, you know, it all depends you as a consumer what you want, but as a business, it's really difficult when you're getting close to that threshold.
I mean, would you advise, if somebody was coming to you and they're saying, I want to start a business, say it is this coffee shop again, I want to start a new coffee shop, I want to grow it, I want to have a team, would you advise that they start off VAT registered straight away, or would you say to work up to it and have that change at 90,000?
I think it also depends on their investment. You know, if they're going into a new coffee shop and they're investing in the shop, they're buying new equipment, etc., if they're VAT registered, they can claim all that back. So it might take sort of 6 months or so for it to be an issue anyway, by which time they might be over their VAT limit. They can go back if they register a year later and claim those large items back from VAT point of view. But I think even if you don't VAT register at that point, because you don't have to register when you hit 90, you can register when you start trading.
Yeah.
But I would, I would say even if you're not going to do it, think that you are VAT registered, because then it's not a shock. Make sure your pricing's there as though you're VAT registered. Make sure you're ready to be VAT registered.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of businesses look at the here and now, particularly with the economic, outlook out there at the moment, and they're not seeing the longer term. We've seen it, haven't we? We've seen it where people are going, not just around VAT, they're going, oh, actually, I need to employ someone, and you say, well, that's fine, but you've got enough money here for your lifestyle, but you haven't got enough money to pay going rate wages. And I think that's where people can work with their accountants, their advisors, and just get that mentality straight away.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, if you are looking to start a business, it's probably to speak to your accountant, but also it's well worth considering being VAT registered straight away, because it will give you that, accountability, if you like, and sets your stall out straight away. If you're starting and you're looking to grow, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't.
No, and also, if you're not VAT registered, some people might look at it and go, no, don't turn over a great deal. They're not that big. They've made out they're really big. They've got a really wacky website, etc. But they're not charging VAT, so they can't be turned over more than 90,000.
Yeah, and I think that is especially the case if you're selling to other businesses.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If you're selling to just your normal customers, so you have got that coffee shop, they're probably not going to notice or care whether you're VAT registered. If you are selling to businesses, then that is a bit of it's the same sort of prestige as being limited over sole trader, which is a whole nother argument. But
that's a good point as well, isn't it? Because if your business sells to other businesses that are VAT registered, the fact that you're VAT registered or not is neither here nor there. Because you might charge someone £100 plus VAT, but they can claim that £20 VAT back.
Yeah.
So actually, to the end customer, it's just a £20 cash flow issue. That's all. It's not an actual cost to them, because they can claim
get it back.
And the other thing that we've seen as well, and I remember years and years ago, I used to act for a little TV shop, and this was years ago now when I was working in Sudbury. And this TV shop was VAT registered for the TV shop, but it did repairs in the shop, using all the shop equipment, etc., etc. And it split its business to avoid that. Big no-no. And we've seen it where people supply sort of the end user who isn't VAT registered, and they supply commercially a product, and they wanted to split that business. Now, there are some people out there that I suggest may not be completely up to date with VAT law, who will allow businesses to split. And that effectively gives them 180k's worth of VAT registration. But that is wrong. And there's so many penalties and case law around this that you really, really avoid splitting your business. That in some cases it can work, but if you're using the same vehicles, the same premises, the same people, everything, it's just you split it to avoid VAT. please don't do that, and please get separate advice. That's just unbelievable.
And also, if you're looking to grow your business, but you put this 90k ceiling on it, that is pretty detrimental to your business growth. You're not going to ever grow past that. And I mean, I've seen it with there is a real coffee shop, not my fictional one, that I know shuts for days of the year.
Yeah, just so it doesn't go
over the VAT threshold.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is bonkers to me.
Well, it is bonkers because, they might be very close to it because we know that it's shut, and we know, and actually the owner, who's not a client of ours, has actually said it.
Yeah,
why they're doing it.
Well, that's how we know.
Yeah. And that's just mad because the rent's going up, the rates have gone up, the everything's gone up. So they're going, right, okay, well, we don't want to go past the VAT threshold, and therefore we're not going to make as much profit. I don't know. It
seems bonkers to me.
Yeah.
And you can't grow that way if you're so worried about that. You can't grow or move forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if somebody does become VAT registered, what do they actually need to do practically to combat that?
Yeah, so if you become VAT registered, you've got to account for VAT. So everything you sell has got VAT on it. There are exceptions to that, but most things you sell have got VAT on it. So you've got to effectively put that little bit of money aside, and that gets paid to the revenue every 3 months normally. You can do it monthly, but it's every quarter. But equally, everything you buy, you're able to claim that back. So it all goes into a little pot, and then the net figure, the VAT payable, so we output VAT on your sales or you input VAT on your purchases, one's taken away from the other. That then gives you a figure. Sometimes it could be a refund, but that then gives you a figure, and then you pay that to HMRC every 3 months or monthly, depending on your business. If you was a business like a butcher's, for argument's sake, you might be monthly VAT registered because your sales won't have VAT on, but you can claim input VAT. But again, we'd give advice on that sort of thing. So, and it's as simple as that. And the best way of doing it is through software. Obviously, we use Xero, but there is obviously Sage, there is QuickBooks, there is Free Agent. All those products that we also can support on. That deals with that. If you are that coffee shop, go for a decent till that has the software that works it all out for you, that feeds into your software. We're actually working with a coffee shop at the moment that does that, and it will deal with your output VATs. It will deal with that side of it. So actually, you haven't even got to touch it. Maybe get someone like ourselves, if we're not doing the bookkeeping for you, just to look at it every quarter and make sure all those feeds are working and it all reconciles in the background. But it's not that onerous. And some banks, and this is really, really good, and it really does help people, because what a lot of people don't realise, they've got to pay it back to the revenue. So from a cash point of view, I mean, you've heard me say, oh, blimey, VAT bills this, I've got to find this.
Yes, every single quarter.
Every single quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's horrendous. But banks like Monzo have these pots.
Yeah, and Starling.
And Starling. But you can say to them, look, every time I get money in, take 20%, chuck it in a pot. Technically a sort of like a ring-fence deposit account. At the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, you're going to have money in there that the software is automatically taken, put to one side. You're not seeing it in your main bank account, and you've dealt with your VAT. You've managed it, so it's not as big an issue as people think it is. And that's probably because they've spoken to my mate down the pub or Fred in the shed, who said, "Oh, you don't want to do that."
I think people are really scared of doing their VAT returns as well. I mean, the amount of people we have come to us going, oh my goodness, I've got to do a VAT return. And obviously we are there to help, so that's fine. And I understand why people are frightened of it. But it's not as scary as it looks. I think there's quite a lot of rules with what's VATable and what's not. But if you know your industry, you'll probably be all right. And the software helps.
And I think if we're not doing the bookkeeping, just getting someone like ourselves to look at it every quarter just to pick up little things like, little daft things like, a train fare. These are typical. Train fare, there's not VAT on that. It's exempt from VAT. There's no VAT on that. Postage, there's no VAT on that. Insurance, there's no VAT on it. These are common mistakes that people make. These are things we look out for and go, yeah, we can't do that, etc., etc. So, and also for businesses that are, don't have high turnovers, and I've forgotten the thresholds, it used to be at 150,000, I think it's a bit higher. You can go on the flat rate scheme for VAT. So you basically don't even have to account for all your input VAT. You just say, right, this is my industry, this percentage of my invoice I will pay to HMRC. Makes it even easier.
Well, there you go then. So I think our lasting comments on that is don't let the VAT threshold stop you from growing your business. Just be VAT registered, get some help from an accountant and grow away. You don't need to let it stop. You don't need it to be a ceiling on your business. It's just counterproductive.
It is.
Do you have anything more you need to add to your rant? I feel like you got it out, but
yeah, indeed, yeah. And we've got a March quarter, which those who've got March quarters will realise that next month we've got to pay our VAT bill. So beans on toast for the rest of the month.
Pray for Jade, everyone. Pray for Jade.
Pay our extortionate VAT costs, but there you go. That's life. But on a positive, I have saved it. It is ready to be paid.
Well, that's good. Well done for managing it properly.
That's okay.
Okay, well, moving on to our unfiltered minutes. Do you want to do yours first?
My unfiltered minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So my unfiltered minute is basically, I've got some good news.
Oh, what's the good news?
Well, you're doing your MBA.
Yes.
Yeah, well, obviously, and I've been asked to attend this year's cohort for Goldman Sachs.
Ooh.
Their 10,000 small business program.
Yes.
It's really prestigious, much more prestigious than your MBA. It's really, really prestigious.
I think my MBA is harder, everybody, but we'll just...
No, I don't think it is. It's 3 months of intensive training, etc.
3 months,
yeah.
not
intensive.
2 years.
Intensive, yeah.
Intensive,
yeah.
Okay.
It's obviously, it's a lot harder and there's a lot more work involved in my
course.
3 months, of course. And I hope you're going to have the same enthusiasm as I do for you to look for your stuff and read it and support you on your MBA.
Oh, like you have with every single one of my assignments?
Well, not all of them. One of them is really boring.
And how many have I done? 3.
3. That's okay.
So you've done 2/3.
66.66%. That's good to me. So, anyways, I've been asked to join this year's cohort that starts in September.
Woo!
The slight overlap with my holiday in Mexico.
Oh no, I'll just have to go instead.
But I've got over that now. That's fine. We can deal with that. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's really good. So the training is all about focusing on our business, focusing on governance, which I really, really love and get under the skin of. And really looking at positioning our business One Accounts with maybe some of your MBA stuff. So that we can grow into the family business that we want moving forwards. And when I say we want, I mean I want while sitting on a beach and you're working.
Thanks.
That's right.
For you to be happy sitting on that beach while I'm working, you've got to know that it's a business that I want as well.
Well, I'm sure that it will be at some point. Now, I can send you photos.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is a really good achievement, so well done, Dad.
Thank you.
However, the proof is in the pudding as to whether it is easier or harder or the same level as my MBA.
No, it's harder. It's hard to get onto the programme.
It is hard to get onto the programme.
Yeah.
It's also hard to get onto my MBA.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to have gone onto my MBA.
I didn't care. Didn't want to.
Oh.
I just didn't think it was as good as mine.
Actually, you might have with your AAT.
Yeah, see. Get you. I've got a musical theatre degree.
I have.
And anyway, I think the one I didn't read of your assignments, you didn't get a first on.
That doesn't matter. Maybe
Yeah.
if you'd have read it,
Maybe you'd have got a first.
maybe
So
I'd have got a
it
first.
just shows you that my input and my support on that.
No. So the one Dad didn't read was all about culture.
But one,
And it was very interesting, and he didn't read it.
but the financial one, I
Yes,
read.
you did read.
And was you very pleased that I read it?
You did. I was pleased you read it, yes.
And why was that?
Because I got some of the figures wrong. As I'm sure everyone could realise, figures aren't my strong point. There's a reason I'm not an accountant, but I had to do a financial module to do my MBA, of which my draft, even though some of the figures were wrong, my draft got picked out as being one of the best. So
I rest my case.
an MBA is hard, people. Especially alongside a full-time job. But anyway, I think the reasons we're doing both of these things are for really good reason. We want to grow One Accounts, and we want to be able to help our clients to grow their businesses as well. So we're putting in all this extra effort, although there might be a bit of competition.
Well, there's no competition really, is there?
Disbelief, everyone. Disbelief.
You watch. I can see LinkedIn going, "Oh, Jade, I really feel your pain."
Yes.
But what about my pain? No one ever feels my pain.
There's a reason for that. There is no pain.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain. Anyway, I'm much looking forward to you having to study for this. I don't think I've ever known you to study, so this is going to be interesting.
Well, that's because you was only you was only a little baby.
Exactly.
If not even that, when I was doing all my stuff all those years ago with the Rapid Results College, all by correspondence course at home, didn't have blooming tutors that I went to, didn't
Wow.
have the internet. We had to fill in the forms, do the essays, post them, wait a week at least. You know, we did have phones,
That's good.
so we could phone tutors
That's a
up.
positive.
Yeah.
Not
so-
carrier pigeon.
No. Tell Mick now, yeah.
Yes.
Much easier nowadays. Didn't have ChatGPT. Didn't even have the internet
Oh my goodness.
or a fax machine back then.
Oh no.
So you know,
Well, it's all changed now.
it has. Yes.
Anyway, good luck, Dad. I'm sure we'll talk about it more on our podcast.
I'm sure we will.
My unfiltered minute is about our cruise.
Ah, yeah, we went on one.
We
Yeah.
went on one. Feels like a long while ago now, but
Yeah.
we did go on one. We came back on Monday. But I wanted to say we went on a Virgin cruise, and I think it was sort of inspiring. Sounds a bit bleh, but I'm going to say inspiring anyway, with the way Virgin's sort of culture and it's culture ran across everything. We had an app that had communication through every day, all written in like the Virgin speak, if you like. All of the team were happy, smiley, friendly, all with that same like ethos. Everything in that ship ran completely as you would expect from all the correspondence that you had. And I think that is a huge feat, and they did an excellent job of that. Yeah, I just thought it was really good. What did you think?
Oh, it was great. Particularly enjoyed my line dancing.
Yes. Well, even down to the entertainment. The entertainment was all on brand. We had drag queen bingo. We had the line dancing. We had, you could do like a speed puzzle competition. We didn't do that, but you could.
We had an 80s party. Did you enjoy that?
You went, I was in bed. Dad went to the 80s party with Mum. Me and Josh went to bed.
Did you enjoy the pyjama party? That
Also
was
went to bed.
pajamas? Okay.
I'm not a big partier.
You went to Scarlet Night.
I did go to Scarlet
Well
Night.
done.
That was fun.
Yeah, yeah. And you obviously stayed up and saw all the magic shows and everything that were on after.
I watched 2 out of 3.
Okay, yeah. Well done.
I watched Persephone. You did not. And that was really good.
There's a reason I didn't watch Persephone.
I know. That's not the point.
Well, there is the point, because there wasn't enough room for Katie to be in there, and there were people that wanted to stand in front of Katie, and we couldn't see any. We just couldn't see it, and I got the hump.
You did get the hump.
I walked out.
You did. But still, I watched that one and you didn't, so ha! But back
when
to...
that finished, what did you do?
Came to the wine bar
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, okay.
I did. I had an old-fashioned.
Yeah, you did.
And then I went to bed.
You did.
Going back to the culture and everything, though, that same culture then I think spread through a lot of the guests as well. Everyone was really friendly. Like, the community on that boat was really nice. You could stand in line for something and you would, like, 9 times out of 10 be having a conversation with someone you've never met, which I think was really nice. I've never had that before, I don't think, where everyone's been that approachable. And even me and Josh went into Dubrovnik and we were sitting having a drink, and the lady sitting next to us was from the boat. She saw our wristband. She worked on the boat. And then she was talking to us just about life and everything, and that was really nice as well. But because everyone was so approachable, it really meant that we got to speak to people from different backgrounds, different cultures, which was, again, really, really interesting, and a really diverse environment that was really, really great to be able to talk to so many different people. So, yeah, you probably didn't notice. But...
I did notice. Obviously, the downside was the fact that it was very American-based and they didn't put the British Lions game on against Australia.
Oh, no.
So I had to watch it via a VPN on my iPhone.
But you made a friend.
I did, yeah. Me and this chap,
Exactly.
we watched it. Yeah,
Which
indeed.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. But even so, they should still have put the British Lions game on.
We found Dad in the bar, his iPhone propped up on his beer,
Yeah.
sitting next to some random man, and they were both like watching this little screen together. It was quite sweet.
Quite sweet.
So yeah, that was my thing. I would 100% recommend the Virgin Voyages cruise. I've got nothing but good things to say about it, and they were great with Katie as well. Apart from that Persephone thing, but that wasn't really their fault. They perhaps could put more things in place to make sure that they've got spaces, but
They were good. They were good.
it was
with
more
Katie.
the people that gave you the
cabin
hump.
she had was really good. The person looking after her cabin was really good, really helpful. Gave her everything she wanted. She sort of like moaned a little bit because they put the life jacket on the top shelf, which was a bit weird considering she's on a wheelchair. And he come back and he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I've completely forgot about that. I knew I had to do it. I just, you know." And I just thought, "Oh, that was really good." You know, he made a mistake, he fixed it, he apologised. Happy days.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, really, really good. Really, really good.
And I went to the gym.
You did go to the gym. Well done.
And I walked around the...
And we did that bungee class.
We did the bungee class.
Yeah,
that was fun.
that was really fun.
Yep. And we drank wine. So
We
happy
drank
days.
loads of wine. I miss the wine.
It's Friday. We know wine.
Yeah, it's Friday. Anyway, I think that's everything for today.
I think so.
Okay then. Well, thank you very much for listening to our podcast. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or send us any questions you want us to answer, and share it out to all of your business friends. But for now, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.